If you plan on entering the Reflections contest, remember that forms are in the main office. They are due on October 13th.
Join us for a charity carnival for the Super Bowl of Caring at the Olympus Soccer Field next Monday from 4:30 to 7:30. Tickets will be $6 per person and $25 for a family of 6+. There will be games, inflatables, live music, a silent auction, and food trucks and concessions. Bring a chair or blanket to enjoy the music. Help us tackle hunger within our community by joining us for this special event. All proceeds will be given to the Granite Education Foundation in conjunction with the Utah Food Bank to supply food for students and their families in our district.
Here's Nate with the sports recap.
BYU and Utah State battled up in Logan last Friday, and the Pioneer Wheel is going back to the Aggies. Utah State took care of the Cougars pretty easily, beating them 40-24. BYU drops to 1-4. Utah had a bye week but plays Stanford this weekend in the homecoming throwback game. Kickoff is at 8:15 and will air on FS1. The Jazz had their first preseason game in the newly remodeled Vivint Smart Home Arena. The Sydney Kings from Australia came to SLC hoping for a chance to prove themselves against the Jazz, but they lost, of course. Jazz win 108-84. Many people were wondering how the Jazz would make the scoring that Gordon Hayward left behind, and Rodney Hood answered. He had 18 points and looks to continue to trend upward. As for the NFL, there were big upsets with the Panthers beating the Patriots away and the Bills beating the Falcons away as well. My player of the week goes to Rams kicker Greg Zuerlein, who had 7 field goals and an extra point, with 2 of the field goals coming from 44 yards and 1 from 49. He alone defeated the Cowboys. The Chiefs are still undefeated as well. Olympus played Highland and lost 21-38. They play their final game this Friday against Murray and are hoping to pick up their first win at Mark H. Manning Stadium. Back to you guys.
Well, it's just one guy here, but anyway. Thanks, Nate. Can you tell we're stalling so we're not a torture facility for once? And now, instead of weather, OlyTV's own Alex Cole Hoven will tell us some jokes.
Hey guys, want to hear a joke about paper? Never mind. It's terrible. What's brown and sticky? A stick. What's a trombone's favorite instrument? A trombone. Why don't oysters give to charity? They're selfish. What do you call someone who points out the obvious? Someone who points out the obvious. Did you hear about the guy whose left side was cut off? It's okay. He's all right now. Trump. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. A man walks into a bar with a slab of asphalt underneath his arm. He says, "I'll take 2 drinks, 1 for here and 1 for the road." So what if I don't know what apocalypse means? It's not the end of the world, right? Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Lettuce.
Lettuce who?
Let us in. What's a Sith Lord's favorite mode of transportation on the Death Star? A Darth Vader. My life. This show. What's Obi-Wan Kenobi's favorite dessert? Obi-Wan Cannoli. A horse walks into a bar. Everybody leaves because they see the potential danger in the situation. All right. Did you know, on average, there are two types of people in the world? Those who are good at math, those who aren't, and those in between. Why did the pumpkin cross the road? He did it. He's a pumpkin. What's a skeleton's favorite instrument? The bongos. All right, that's all my jokes.
Oh, goody. I got $1 off a footlong. Never mind. Fellow Alex, that was, yeah. And, now for the return of Painting with Liv, starring Liv.
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
Hi, I'm Liv, and this is Painting with Liv. So, as you can see, I've already started doing this, interesting look with black paint, and today we're gonna paint a jack-o'-lantern. So, make sure you do this all by hand. So, since this one's already painted on, we're gonna use this one, my clean slate. I just mixed some red and yellow to get this beautiful orange. If you didn't know that, red and yellow make orange. And I'm just gonna tap that in a circle. You wanna make sure you get an even coat, because with paint, if you layer it too much, it'll just crack, and we don't want that happening. All right, look at that colorscape. Just the orange is so vibrant. It's just so vibrant against the black. It's just so abstract. Just wanna mix it in there. It's okay if it, splurts a little bit, pumpkin guts, that's a thing. All right. Make sure you get an even coverage. And then, once you get a decent sized pumpkin, I'm gonna even this out a little bit. Wow, just look at that color. I'm just so mesmerized by it. This is a nice pumpkin glow. Really appreciating it. All right, now that that's done, just wanna wipe that all off. All right. Now, all pumpkins should have a stem. So we're gonna take these two colors, blue and yellow, and make it green. Can you come open this for me? There's paint, beware. Nope.
There you go.
And just let it pour. I don't need it yet. Thank you. Oh, that was too much. It's okay. There's no such thing as too much. And then pick a hand, doesn't matter which hand. I'm gonna use this one just because I feel like it. And I'm gonna mix in that paint. So I get a beautiful, beautiful green color. You don't want that forest green, that's too dark, but you don't want it to be a neon green because that just doesn't look right. Add in some more yellow to make that look just beautiful, pumpkin-y. Then you want it to blend just to give it that shadow. I'm gonna mix all together. We're gonna do a little outline. Just gotta clean it up a little bit. It's good to have a nice combination of all your colors. All right. And then here is the most important part for you to do. Take your favorite color. I'm going to go with a green. It's not my favorite color, but I'll go with it. And then you sign it. L-I. This is how I spell my name. V. And there you have a masterpiece. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Painting with Liv.
Well, that was kind of an interesting painting, but otherwise, now for Two Idiots and a Spook.
Hey, Gage.
Yeah?
Did you know on average, the average human has 2 skeletons inside them?
Bruh, what?
2 skeletons inside them. The babe of the power. The power of voodoo. Voodoo? You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the babe. Spook. Hey, kid.
Yeah?
Wanna buy some skeletons? Yeah. Stare into the void, and the void will stare back into you. Wow.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Johnny.
Alright, so let's take a moment to celebrate America.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. holiday. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
All right, anyway, that's it for the news today, Titans. Hopefully that was a heck of a lot better than listening to It's a Small World over and over again. Otherwise, until next broadcast, stay classy, Olympus. And one final note. There's a reason why I called this Insanity Edition.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams. They'll sneak from their sarcophagus and just won't leave you be.